All right, let's have a real talk for a minute. This isn't going to be one of those feel-good videos that makes you feel inspired for 10 minutes and then you go right back to what you were doing. We're going to dive into some harsh truths, the kind that might sting a little but could seriously change everything for you.
And I want you to be honest with yourself here. Are you waiting? Waiting for some teacher to finally make a class interesting, or for some perfect mentor to just appear and show you the way? Maybe you're just waiting for things to magically get easier. It's this super common feeling, right? This idea that your real life, it hasn't quite kicked off yet.
And this is the first and honestly the most important truth you need to hear. Let that just sink in for a second. Nobody is coming. There's no person who's going to show up at your door and hand you motivation or force you to do your homework or go out and chase your dreams for you.
Now, I know that sounds terrifying. It means your grades, your health, your whole future, it's all on you. But here's the flip side, and this is what's so cool about it. It's also incredibly freeing. It means you're not some side character waiting to be rescued. You are the main character of your story. You have all the power.
So keeping that in mind, let's talk about the things that are actively trying to steal that power from you. The things that are stealing your time and stealing your potential. There are three big ones, and they're probably happening to you every single day.
Let's just start with the biggest one, the most obvious one. Think about yesterday. How much screen time did you rack up? 4 hours? 5? Maybe 7? And don't just guess. Really try and picture it. Because that number, it's the key to understanding the first great theft of your teenage years.
Okay, so let's say you spent about 7 hours on your phone, which, believe me, a lot of people do. That adds up to over 2,555 hours in a single year. To put that in perspective, that's the same as 106 full 24-hour days. 106 days just gone, spent scrolling, watching other people live their lives while yours is just slipping by.
And here's the really messed up part. It's not entirely your fault. These apps, they're designed by some of the smartest people on the planet. Their entire job is to figure out how to keep you addicted. They know exactly how to trigger that little dopamine hit in your brain to keep you scrolling. You're being manipulated, and your attention, well, that's the product they're selling.
Now for the second theft. And this one hits a little differently. Right now, your parents probably just seem like, well, parents. Maybe they nag you, maybe you feel like they don't get you. But the thing we forget in the day-to-day grind is that they are getting older. Right now, today.
I really want you to think about this quote. All those dinners you skipped to go eat in your room, all those conversations you were only half listening to. One day, you will wish you could have that time back. And you won't be able to get it. That time is slipping away, and the clock is ticking faster than you think.
The third theft is a lot quieter. It's more subtle. It's your daily habits. You tell yourself, oh, I'll start next week, or it's just one day, it doesn't matter. But every single action you take is like a vote for the person you're becoming. Hitting the snooze button, that's a vote for being a quitter. Scrolling TikTok instead of studying, that's a vote for being undisciplined. These tiny, mindless choices are literally building your future self, one brick at a time.
So you have to ask yourself, and you have to be brutally honest. If you change absolutely nothing, and you just keep doing what you're doing now, every single day, for the next 5 years, where will you be? Who will you be? And if you don't like the answer to that question, it's time to make a change. Okay, so we've talked about the problems. That was the heavy part. But just knowing the problem isn't enough, right? So what's the solution? What do you actually do about it? Well, here it is. Here's a simple, actionable playbook to take back control of your life.
It really just boils down to these three things. We're going to reclaim the time your phone is stealing. We're going to reinvest in the time you have with your family. And we're going to consciously choose the person you want to become through your daily actions.
Okay, first, your phone. And look, these aren't suggestions, this is a command if you want to get your focus back. Delete the apps that drain you the most. And yes, I am absolutely talking about TikTok. Turn off every single notification that isn't from a real human being trying to reach you. Every little buzz and ping is engineered to hijack your brain. Then set a hard daily limit for social media and stick to it like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does.
Second, your parents. These steps are so simple, but they are unbelievably powerful. When you're at the dinner table, put your phone away, like all the way away. Be present. Ask them about their day. Ask them about their childhood, what their dreams were, what they regret. Get curious about the people they were before they were just mom and dad. Oh, and hug them. It might feel awkward. I get it. Do it anyway. It means more than you'll ever know.
And third, your habits. Remember that every single thing you do today is a brick you're laying for the foundation of your future. You are the architect. So are you building with solid gold bricks like discipline and reading and working out, or are you building with dust like procrastination and distraction? The choice is yours, every single day.
So ultimately, this all comes down to a choice. You can hear everything I just said, click away from this, and go right back to scrolling. Or you can decide right now that today is day one, the day you make a different choice.
When you're older, you are not going to regret the things you tried and failed at. I promise you that. You will regret the chances you didn't even take. You'll regret all the time you wasted because you were too scared or too lazy or too distracted to even try. And wasted time is the one thing in life you can never, ever get back.
So I'm going to leave you with this one last question. 5 years from now, who are you going to be? You're either going to look back and be so grateful that you took this seriously and started today, or you're going to wish you had. The choice starts right now. Who are you going to be?